Hi students, welcome back to this video section. So in the previous video we completed different type of collection of numbers. So in that collection of numbers, what is the biggest collection? Yeah, that is rational numbers. So which type of numbers we are called rational numbers? Yeah, a number which is in the form of p by q, that number we call rational numbers. So before this rational numbers, what we have different type of collection of numbers? We have natural numbers, whole numbers and integers. Natural numbers means all countable numbers are natural numbers, and whole numbers means all countable numbers along with 0, and integers means all countable numbers, 0 and negatives of the countable numbers, they are the integers. So after the integers we are discussing about rational numbers. Okay, and in the previous section, after this rational number we discuss one most important point. What is that? Properties of rational numbers. Not only the rational numbers, you can apply these properties to any collection of numbers in our number system. So actually there is a procedure. When you enroll any new collection of numbers in the number system, first we give the definition of that number, then we go to the all fundamental operations, how to apply the all fundamental operations in between the numbers, then we go to the verification of properties of numbers. What are the properties of numbers? As in a yesterday video already, in the last video already we are discussed. First we recall them. So what are the properties of numbers? One is closure property, another one is commutative property, another one is associative property, and another one is existence of identity element, and then existence of inverse element. So these are the 5 most important properties in our number system, and we have additionally one more property, that is distributive property. Okay, so here I am not presenting the distributive property. We discuss the distributive property in the next video. Okay, don't worry about that. But mainly in our number system we are taken these 5 properties are the important properties. Now let us verify the collection of rational number satisfying these properties or not. Okay, yeah, properties of rational numbers. Before that, before verifying that properties of rational numbers, first we discuss what are the conditions, mathematical conditions involved in that properties. So here the first property is closure property. So what is closure property? Read this total paragraph. A set has the closure property under a particular operation if the result of the operation is always in the set. If a set has a closure property under a particular operation, then we say that the set is closed under the operation. Once again I repeat, a set, here set means the collection of numbers, a group of numbers. A set has the closure property under a particular operation. Here operation means the basic fundamental operations in our mathematics. What are the basic fundamental operations in our mathematics? They are addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These are the basic 4 fundamental operations in our mathematics. Now we verify the every property with respect to these 4 operations. Okay, so a set has the closure property under a particular operation if the result of the operation is always an element in the set. That means, what is the condition, mathematical condition for this closure property? The result of the operation is always an element in the set. That means if you take any 2 numbers from a group of numbers, if you are apply any fundamental operation out of these 4, when you are apply any fundamental operation in between them, the result is also an element in the same set. For example, let us take an integer. Why? Because that is a familiar collection of numbers. Already you studied in 6th and 7th classes. So that's why first we take the collection of integers. Let us choose any two integers. Here I am choosing two integers, -3 and 2. Okay, and add them. -3 plus 2, sorry, -3 plus 2, -3 plus 2, it is equal to -1. So you are taken this -3 and plus 2 from integers, collection of integers. So what is the result? The sum of these two integers is -1. So this -1 is also an integer or not? Yes, it is also an integer. That means the sum of two integers is an integer. That means the collection of integers satisfying closed under the operation addition. Here we are verifying only addition. The sum of two integers, the sum means addition. That means the collection of integers satisfied closed under the addition. So instead of addition, let us take subtraction. That means if you are subtract one integer from the another integer, then what is our result? Again you get an integer. That means integers are closed under the subtraction. Instead of that subtraction, take multiplication. If you multiply one integer with another integer, again what you get? For example, 4 into 2, how much? It is equal to 8. 4 is an integer, 2 is an integer. When you multiply them, again you get an integer. That means the product of two integers is an integer. That means the collection of integers closed under multiplication. Then what about division? Integers are closed under the division or not? Let's think and say our answer. The collection of integers closed under the division or not? That is my question. So in case if you are confused, do one thing. Let us take two integers. For example, here I am taken -4 and 2, and I am dividing -4 by 2. What is our result? It's -2. -4 is a negative integer, 2 is a positive integer. I am dividing a negative integer by a positive integer. The result is negative, and 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. So that's why -4 divided by 2 is equal to -2. So yes, in this case we get an integer as the result. This is possible in all the cases. That means when you take any two integers, when you divide one integer by another integer, you get an integer or not. For example, here I am taking two integers, -6 and 5. Divide them. -6 divided by 5, it is equal to how much? Can you divide that -6 by 5? That is not possible. That means your result is not an integer. So in this case the property is fail. That means the collection of integers are not closed under the division. Okay, so in case if you are confused in this property, let's take two examples, two numbers from the collection of numbers, and apply the fundamental operation in between them and you verify. Now let's do the same work in collection of rational numbers. That means when you add the two rational numbers, the sum is a rational number or not? When you subtract one rational number from the another rational number, the result is a rational number or not? And when you multiply two rational numbers, the result is a rational number or not? When you divide one rational number by another rational number, you get a rational number or not? Let us do that verification. Why? Already you know those four fundamental operations in between the two rational numbers. That means how to add the two rational numbers, how to subtract one rational number from the another rational number, how to multiply the one rational number with another rational number, how to divide one rational number with another rational number. When you are doing addition and subtraction in rational numbers, you must find the LCM. Why? Because when you apply these two fundamental operations in between the two rational numbers, the denominators must be equal. That means in these two, when you apply these two fundamental operations in between the two rational numbers, you must find the LCM. But when you do the multiplication, how to do the multiplication of rational numbers? Simply you multiply the numerators and the denominators separately. And how to divide the one rational number by another rational number? By writing the reciprocal of the second rational number, you are finding the result. That means you are finding the quotient of that division process. Okay, so these are the applications of four fundamental operations in between the two rational numbers. Now we verify this collection of rational number satisfies this closure property or not. That means when you apply this addition in between the two rational numbers, the result is rational number or not. Let us do the verification. Choose any two rational numbers. For example, 1 by 2 and 3 by 4. Add them. What is your answer? Here the LCM is 4 and the numerator is 2 plus 3. It is equal to 5 by 4. So this 5 by 4 is a rational number or not? Yeah, it is also a rational number. Not only in this case. Here I am taking only example. Not only in this case. When you take any two rational number, the sum is a rational number or not. Verify all in between the all rational numbers including 0 and the negatives of the rational numbers. For example, here I am taking two more rational numbers. They are minus 2 by 3 and 4 by 6. Add them. Here the LCM is 6 and the numerator is minus 4 plus 4. It is equal to 0 by 6. It is equal to 0. So 0 is also a rational number. Minus 2 by 3 plus 4 by 6. It is equal to 0. The sum of these two rational numbers is 0. 0 is also a rational number. That means when you add the one negative rational number, one positive rational number, the result is also a rational number. Just here I am taking only two pairs of rational numbers. Not only these two, it is satisfied all the rational numbers. Then you said the collection of rational numbers closed under the operation of addition. Let us verify. Yeah, when you take any two rational numbers and add them, the result is a rational number. There is no doubt about that. Okay, in the same way, when you take the subtraction, the fundamental operation is subtraction. That means when you subtract one rational number from another rational number, again you get a rational number or not. Yeah, for example, let us take two rational numbers, 5 by 6 and 4 by 5. Subtract 4 by 5 from 5 by 6. Here the LCM is 30 and the numerator is 25 minus 24. It is equal to 25 minus 24. It is equal to 1 by 30. So 1 by 30 is a rational number or not? Yeah, it is a rational number. That means here I am subtracting one rational number from another rational number. The result is a rational number. It is also in the form of P by Q. Not only in this case. You must remember that. Not only in this case. When you take any rational numbers, two rational numbers and you subtract one rational number from another rational number, you get a rational number or not. Yeah, it is true for all cases. That means the collection of rational numbers closed under the subtraction. Okay, next let us take multiplication. That means when you multiply one rational number by another rational number, you get a rational number or not. I think in this multiplication you have it out. Sir, when you are multiplying 4 by 5 and 5 by 4, what happened? It's very simple. Here the numerator is 4, here the denominator is 4. So cancel. Here the numerator is 5, here the denominator is 5. So both are cancelled. Here the result is 1. So 1 is also a rational number. And when you multiply any rational number by 0, sir, what happened? Yeah, it is equal to 0, but 0 is also a rational number. That means when you multiply a rational number by a rational number, you get a rational number, and you multiply a rational number by another rational number, you get 0. That means that is also a rational number. That means when you multiply two rational numbers, again you get a rational number. That means the collection of rational numbers closed under the multiplication. Okay, now take division. Instead of multiplication, let us take division. That means when you divide one rational number by another rational number, you get a rational number or not. Let us think. It is true. That means the rational numbers closed under the division or not? Yes, I think your answer is yes. When you divide one rational number by another rational number, yes, you get a rational number as the result. That means the collection of rational numbers closed under the division operation. But that is wrong. Why? What is the reason? Tell me the counter example for that. That means in which case when you divide the rational number by another rational number, you do not get a rational number. Tell me one example. Here, just simply I am dividing a rational number 2 by 3 by 0. I am dividing a rational number 2 by 3 by 0. What is your answer? Anyone? Not only rational number. Instead of that, let us take one integer 2 divided by 0. What is your answer? Minus 4 divided by 0. What is your answer? A divided by 0. What is your answer? Is it possible to divide any number by 0? It is not possible. So in this case, what is your answer? A divided by 0, 2 divided by 0, minus 4 divided by 0, 2 by 3 divided by 0. That means when you are dividing a number by 0, what is your answer? The division is not possible. So here we are not defined the value of when you are dividing a number by 0. That means minus 2 divided by 0. Minus 2 divided by 0, it is equal to not defined, and minus 4 divided by 0, it is equal to not defined. A by 0, it is equal to not defined. 2 by 3 divided by 0, it is equal to not defined. Why? Because here we are dividing a number by 0. The result is not defined. If you are not defined, how can you say it is a rational number or another number? We can't say. So this is the counter example. I think you understand what is happening here. Now say the rational numbers are closed under the division or not? No, they are not closed under the division. Why? Because when you divide a number by 0, the result is not defined. Except this case. That means the divisor is 0. In case if you take this 0, if you take out this 0 from the rational numbers, if you divide a rational number by another rational number, yes, you get a rational number. In this case only we are not defined the value of that division. 2 by 3 divided by 0. 2 by 3 divided by 0, it is equal to not defined. That means we are not say it is a rational number or not. That means the collection of rational numbers are not closed under the division operation. So this is the closure property. Okay, I think everyone understood what is happening here. So the collection of rational numbers satisfies the closure property. The collection of rational numbers satisfies the closure property with respect to which fundamental operations? It satisfies only in addition, with respect to the addition, with respect to the subtraction, with respect to the multiplication. But the collection of rational numbers not closed under the division operation. The reason is when you divide a number by 0, the value is not defined. Okay, so this is the closure property, and we are verifying that closure property satisfies the collection of collection of rational numbers with respect to the all fundamental operations. Okay, so remaining properties we verify in the next video. Okay, so thank you for watching. Bye.